For this one, the camera's a bit funny. Like, it's not really in focus, and it's got a funny color. That's because I was testing the quality of my boyfriend's webcam to see if I could use it instead of my normal camera, because the webcam doesn't cut out at 12 minutes, whereas my camera does, and it's really distracting and really annoying to having to keep watching the camera to see if it's not recording anymore, because the webcam doesn't cut out at 12 minutes. A little bit sidetracked from the actual drawing. But the webcam, obviously, as you can see, didn't have as good quality as the camera for obvious reasons. So I'm just going to stick with the camera for now, and maybe I'll find a better quality webcam or something like that later, or a better camera. Either way. But yeah, the letter E. F, I actually originally had a tough time deciding which creatures and what type of dragon to stick behind it. Because I was deciding between fins, frogs, and flowers to match up with the F, or fur, fox, and feathers. And because they both looked really nice, the original sketch ideas, before I did it in the book. So I went to my Facebook page, where I often ask my followers on Facebook what their opinion is. It's the only social media that I do this. Just, I don't know, it's easier to have everyone in a day just tell me what they like and whatnot. And this time they chose frogs, fins, and flowers, which it was pretty big. It was 63% for the frogs, 37% for the foxes, which I was kind of surprised about, to be honest. But so I went with the frogs and fins and things. So if you'd like a say from time to time on my drawings, if I can't decide something, or if there's something think you guys would appreciate giving your opinion on whatever, just head on over to my Facebook, which there'll be a link in the bottom in the description. And you can also see different sketches and, all the other work in progresses and whatnot as I go. It's my most used social media. A lot of stuff goes in there. Anyways. After drawing out the letter, I decided to go with the colored pencils. And I had a lot of colored pencils to choose from, because for $3.99, there were 36 colors. Now, cheap pencils, as you'd expect, are pretty cheap. And they were definitely very, very basic. Like, you didn't get any intense shading or whatnot from them. But they were also very light. Like, you could really hardly see them. Like, you could probably see them better on camera than you can in real life. That's how bad they were. And you also couldn't add like a darker color on top of the lighter color, because the lighter color was just already there. It just existed there already, and it didn't like being overput. And it was just really annoying. But, I went with it, and then with the dragon, after I worked out that, I just kind of did the darker, like I pushed really hard with the darker to get a little bit of gradient in there and shading, but it still looked pretty flat-ish. But in the end, it looked pretty cool. Frogs, fins, and flowers. Actually, the flowers are called frangipanis, so even better. The last one for this week was the letter G. This was one of my favorites, absolute favorites so far, except for A. A is just going to be my favorite in general. But anyways, G. So it was one of my favorites, both the drawing, like the creature, the dragon in it, and the medium I was working with. So I actually designed this guy on a train on the way to a convention that day. It was Supernova. It was pretty cool, Supernova. But obviously I'm redrawing him here. But I had the G all drawn out in my sketchbook, and then I just kind of drew him on a train. So it kind of worked out pretty good, considering it was drawn on, well, this one wasn't, but the original was drawn on a train. If you want to see the original designs, just let me know, and I'll pop them up on Facebook and stuff. Anyways, I went with a robot steampunk effect because Gears starts with the letter G, and I always loved the look of that steampunky kind of theme and style and era. I mean, I'm not great at drawing it, but it still looks great. I also, because of the metallic-y bro body feel that I was going for, I ended up using my cheap gel pens. Well, I mean, gel pens aren't always overly cheap anyways. But anyways, the colours I got were 18 colours for $5.99. Well, they worked great. I think they're the best thing aside from the colour changing markers at this set that I really liked. They're the easiest to use as well. It also came with 3 sets of colours, which were metallic, glitter, and fluoro. I mostly stuck with the metallic for this one, but I used the blue and black glitter one, and I think it was red. Because the glitter ones were a lot darker than the metallic ones. When you can see, I lay down the black metallic for the outline of the G, and then when I do the gears on the inside of the G, I use the glitter black, and it's a lot darker. I don't know why. I guess metallic. Maybe they make it shiny, so it's more silver than black. But yeah, these guys are excellent. I love them. They also go really well on top of each other, so say you forget to do some sort of shading or something later, they just go straight on top. Like, I mean, you can't blend them or anything. I mean, you probably could because they're very smudgy. But yeah, the only thing I didn't like about them, especially being a left-hander, is every time I laid down the ink, if I rub my hand across it, it would honestly all just go on my hand. Like, there were so many times where I had blue-black bloody ink everywhere. And then, yeah, put it everywhere, to be honest. You'll see later the page is very white now. Then later it gets very smudgy, and it's not fair because ink and left-handers don't go well. Anyways, the letter G. for watching. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, because there will definitely be more of these types of videos, and there's one more different supply that I haven't tried yet within these videos, and then I'll be mixing up supplies with the rest of the letters. If you want to use the colouring in pages in this video, check out my Patreon, which will be linked below. For $5 a month, you can access all of my colouring in pages, and you will be able to access more later as they come. And if you have any suggestions, let me know, maybe for what to put with letters or what to draw and whatnot. I also have a Twitch going at the moment where I stream on Wednesday nights and turn an animal into a character sort of thing. And I do a fan art stream on Fridays that I've been working on a pretty cool little fan art crossover between Miraculous Ladybug and League of Legends. If you want to see all that sort of thing, head on over to my Twitch. And yeah, I'll see you all next week, same time, for part 3 of the Cheap Art Supply Challenge.